you ever feel like pushing that door open at work, walking out, and hitting the open road? Well, my name is Nick Kessler, and I teach shop. And this is my buddy, Brian Fulmer. He teaches too. And let's not forget about our former student, Wolfie. And when summer comes, we turn into a 3-person film crew that hits the highways and byways of North America in style, riding drop top in our 1968 Caddy. Our main mission, to educate you about the places we visit. No classroom rules or lesson plans here. Just complete freedom to show you what this great nation is about. This is Road Trip Masters. This week's episode has us on the road to Annapolis, Maryland, riding drop-top style in our 1968 convertible Caddy, and we couldn't ask for a more beautiful couple of days to do it. Originally settled by the Puritans and called Providence, Sir Francis Nicholson later renamed the city Annapolis in honor of Princess Anne, the future Queen of England. The United States Naval Academy resides here. The Treaty of Paris was ratified in Annapolis, officially ending the Revolutionary War. All 4 Maryland signers of the Declaration of Independence lived in Annapolis: Charles Carroll, Samuel Chase, Thomas Stone, and William Paca. And lastly, Annapolis boasts the honor of having the most original 18th century brick houses, more than any other U.S. city. Perhaps that's what earned Annapolis the title, Museum Without Walls. With so much history here, it seemed natural that we stay at the only downtown hotel located on Annapolis Harbor, the Annapolis Waterfront Hotel. This prime location puts you in the heart of this maritime town, and that's where I caught up with Gary, the GM at the Waterfront. Looking at the rooms, they have a theme.
Absolutely.
What can you tell us about it?
Well, we decided to become a lot more nautical. As you see in the lobby, I'm sure you saw a lot of black and white pictures from the archives of the Naval Academy.
The one thing I like the most, in the lobby you have and I believe it's the 1953 almost yearbook of the Naval Academy.
Yeah, lucky
graduates.
Bag. Lucky bags, it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's amazing the amount of people that have seen themselves in that book, or they've seen their father in that book, and we've got 2 or 3 of them around the hotel. And also, if you look at the pictures, the black and white ones, the first graduating females from the Naval Academy, which I believe was 78, a woman was walking by and she said, "That's me."
And look at you're right on, what do we call this here, Gary?
This is Ego Alley. It doesn't go anywhere. The story is that you're just showing off your boat.
I guess the larger the boat, bigger the ego to make that turn down at the end.
That's true, yeah. But yeah, we really are the only hotel that's on the water. As you can see, all our rooms, or a lot of our rooms facing the water, with the balconies. It's just an amazing property.
We cannot wait to get out and shoot Annapolis, hit the streets, and it seems like, in essence, you can walk to every place.
Sure.
And then still be back here.
That's another great thing about this location. It's walking distance to 50 restaurants. You know, there's so many good restaurants, whether it's down Ego Alley or over here at Eastport. I mean, there's just a ton of great places to go.
Gary, well, thank you so much. Looking forward to staying here in your establishment. Excellent job.
You're very welcome.
So it was back out on the road, and this time we were on a quest to find that perfect restaurant, and we did at Carroll's Creek Cafe to experience authentic Chesapeake Bay cuisine with stunning waterfront views. One can tell that this place is rich in seafood, style, and taste. And that's where Brian caught up with the culinary genius, Ricardo, the head chef here at Carroll's Creek. What do you have for us today?
Well, we are making the crab cakes. So we are using jumbo lamb crab meat, chives.
Chives you just got done cut,
Yes.
right? Yep.
Our sauce is mayonnaise, Dijon mustard,
Okay.
yellow mustard, Old Bay, and then we are mixing this.
Ricardo said each crab cake is about 4 ounces. Then they go into the oven to cook for about 8 minutes. Time for the veggies that will complement this dish.
Here we're going to saute some vegetables.
Okay.
You see the pan is nice and hot. So we saute the vegetables. Salt, pepper, the fresh herbs. We're going to saute some red bliss potatoes.
Okay.
Just melting a little bit of cold butter.
Then the crab cakes were ready to come out of the oven. I can't wait to sink my teeth into them. Then time to plate. Veggies first, red bliss potatoes second, and finish with the crab cakes. Don't forget Carroll's Creek's famous mustard sauce. What a beautiful dish with all that color and texture.
Ricardo, what do we have here now?
Well, here we are doing the rockfish. So all we do here is we take off the skin. This one is 7.5. Nope, 7.
So what kind of herbs are
Well, we had
looking at?
dill, thyme, and basil. Soak the rockfish in the oil.
Okay. All right,
Just
ready?
put it right here. Well, this is
You know, it's amazing because when I'm cooking at home, I can never get a good breading. I try all the time.
This is easy.
I know, I just can never do it. I can never get that more right. All right, Ricardo, so now the rockfish, how are we gonna set it up? How are we gonna plate the rockfish?
well, we're gonna do a sun-dried tomato risotto. Get chicken stock. All right. You have that. This is nice.
Yeah.
Sun-dried tomato pesto here.
Pesto.
Sun risotto over here.
You're letting the natural heat of the pan just melt the butter
Yes,
gradually. So you go right from the risotto to start plating.
We want to start plating here. Okay, so rockfish is done. We're going to put in on top the sun-dried tomato
Okay.
risotto.
Right on top?
We put it right on top. What we're going to do here, we're going to saute the spinach. Saute for a little bit, maybe 30 seconds.
Okay.
30 seconds and this is done. Here what we have to do is just put in the spinach on top. And also we like to put the crab meat
Right
on top because this is the most important thing, the crab meat on top, you know?
Yeah.
People, our customers like it. After that we're going to finish with the lemon beurre blanc. We like to put some around the plate and just a little bit on top. Crushed chives. That's what we do.
All right, Ricardo. Hey, I really appreciate all your help.
It
but
was a pleasure, Wally.
I gotta tell you something. It's too hot for me in here. I'm gonna go back out to the dining room to try some of this food.
All right.
That's where I sat down with Jeff Jacobs, owner of Carroll's Creek. Every bite savory and fresh from the bay, with all the care and love that makes Carroll's Creek a legend in Annapolis. Welcome back, America. Before I hit the Naval Academy, I needed to fuel up at Chicken Roost, an Annapolis tradition since 1965, where we had to have the Maryland crab cakes Benedict. First, shape the crab cakes. Then, into the oven. Slice the English muffin into the toaster. Put some vinegar into the water and bring to a boil. Crack the eggs into the pot and cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Out come the crab cakes and top the muffins with the eggs. Time for some potatoes and then add the crab cakes. Finish with the hollandaise sauce and voila! Maryland crab cakes Benedict. Before we left, we had to follow a chicken roost tradition that is done every morning at 8:30. Say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and have a very good day.
When staying in Annapolis, it's your American duty to visit the United States Naval Academy. Deep in history and rich in its traditions, I caught up with Commander John Schofield to give me a quick debriefing of its background.
So the U.S. Naval Academy, we're actually in our 171st year, so this was founded on October 10th, 1845. The lifeblood of the Naval Academy is the midshipmen. Every year we bring in about 1,100 new men and women from all across the country. This past year we had a midshipman from every congressional district across the country. Now that's a true melting pot of men and women who will go forward and be difference makers for the United States of America. We have 33 Division I athletic sports. That's number 3 in the country. So if you look at it, we only have a student body of about 4,400. That means that about 42% of our women are playing Division I sports. A little under 40% of our men are playing Division I sports. Now that's exposing you to a level of competition that you're not going to get anywhere in the country.
Hey, I understand your time's short. Thanks for speaking with us, and thank you for everything you do for us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Next, I caught up with Colleen, who represents public relations at the Academy, and we started with a midshipman tradition.
I noticed we're in front of this monument that has my birth date on, 1857. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, this is the Naval Academy's Herndon Monument. It's a 21-foot granite monument, and this is really significant for the plebes, our freshman students. At the end of their plebe year, the upperclassmen grease this in 50 pounds of vegetable shortening.
I can still feel the grease
Yeah,
on it.
there might be some left over. Basically, they have to climb the monument. They have their plebe cover, a Dixie Cup hat, at the very top. They had to take that off, and then they had to get the midshipman cover on top of it. But once they get that midshipman cover on it, it signifies the end of their plebe year.
So then Colleen and I went to Bancroft Hall, where the entire brigade of 4,400 midshipmen sleep and eat. Named after U.S. Secretary of Navy George Bancroft, it's considered the largest dormitory in the world. Let's go in and see what a typical midshipman's room looks like.
So this is where the guys stay.
So this is where the guys stay, and the girls. This is an example of a midshipman dorm room. This is where their uniforms have to be laid out. They do have an inspection in the room, so you know they have to make sure it stays tidy. Academics is definitely a main focus here, but so is military training, and so is the moral development of the midshipmen as well.
We talked some more about the midshipman life, and then we went to a special place on the Academy grounds.
Colleen, where are we at now?
So this is a very sacred place of the Naval Academy. This is Memorial Hall. This is where we have the names of all of the fallen midshipmen throughout the years. This is where they went above and beyond the call of duty. We honor them here.
It truly is quite the dedication to those who did the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom.
It's a beautiful room. It's grand, but it's also a great place to just reflect on the sacrifice that they made, and just to really, you know, this really encompasses what the Naval Academy is about, to serve our country.
Finally, the Naval Academy Museum, where we hooked up with Don to tell us about a special flag.
One exhibit I really noticed was that Don't Give Up the Ship.
Yes, that is the flag, the original flag that Oliver Hazard Perry flew during the Battle of Lake Erie. It commemorates basically his friend, Captain Lawrence, who was killed about a year earlier. He actually transferred the flag from the Lawrence, that was the name of his ship, over to the Niagara during that battle. Wow. And he carried that flag with him. He had a yeoman go up there, pull it down, gather it up, got in the lifeboat, went over to the other ship, and took that flag with him.
This museum also houses the second largest collection of British dockyard models in the world. They date from 1650 to 1850 and represent over 200 years of naval maritime history. These models were so finely crafted by hand that the accuracy is still admired today. They took as long to build as the real ship. In fact, the white ship models were made by French prisoners of war out of bone from pigs, mutton, and yes, even human bones, as long as they had an ample supply.
Welcome back, people. So what to do when in Annapolis? Well, sailing, of course, and you could get your hands on a 74-foot sailboat that's owned and operated by Schooner Woodwind Sailing Cruises, and they depart right outside the Annapolis Waterfront Hotel. But before we got on board, a storm was rolling in. Just look at the wind on the water. And before you knew it, it hit. Just listen to Mother Nature's fury. Like all storms, it passed, and the crew got the sailboat ready for our excursion. I knew that they needed help, so I enlisted some first mates, my two sons, to lend me and the crew a hand. Captain Andy and crew trained us on emergency procedures and then started the boat and motored us out into the wind. He pointed out some things along the way, but then it was time to raise the sails.
Hey, ready on the main.
Ready on the main.
Haul away.
Haul away, go ahead. Faster, faster. Come on, you're hoisting like kids. Okay, haul, haul, haul.
Guys, hold.
No, haul.
Oh.
Communication failure. It's getting tougher. There's no doubt about
Grab
it.
high and pull. Full body weight.
One, two, three.
Hey!
One, two, three. Pull!
Pull as hard as you can. Okay, you can crank around and around, okay? And you pull. You cheer.
Let's go, boys.
No, chill like a Navy chief.
Then the boys got behind the helm and ready for their first command, tacking, to try to catch some wind.
All right, ready to tack.
Ready.
Tacking.
Tacking.
Go ahead. And hold it there.
But to no avail. It seems that the storm took away all the wind for us. Trying to find that patch of wind. Got the diesel on. See what happens.
600 miles. Wow, I did that one day traveling.
Right.
We motored out to that patch of wind. We're gonna see if we could catch some wind. See what happens. Probably gonna kill the diesel engines now. Running those diesel engines was well worth it. We are cruising and clipping. Let me look at the speedometer here at 2.0 miles an hour. The diesel engine, our last move, did not work. So what do? Well, turn on the engines. That's where we checked out some wildlife. Oh, nice sea osprey. Is that a sea osprey there, Andy?
That is.
All right, see that? They literally just take branches and craft a nest. It's almost like a bald eagle.
Yeah, the osprey, they come back to the same nest every year. They mate for life. It's the same pair that comes back to the same nest.
Mrs. Kessler would like that story. Just informed that Captain Andy, there's storm clouds coming behind us, is cutting our cruise short. I don't believe him, though. I think it's a tactic to get us off the boat. Did you know the largest waterboat shows for power and sail are held on back-to-back weekends in Annapolis? It is also a popular port of call for international sailors and has been a stop for the Whitbread race. We're gonna pull it in. Got Alec on the helm there, guiding us back into port. All right, hitting a little bit of a wake. That's what we want. There we go. Steady, Wolfie, with that camera, boy. Now, Captain Andy, do you mind if my son pulls it into port?
Absolutely.
Let's see how Captain Andy does. See if he smashes into the piers. Get ready. It's a lot of pressure. Oh, he got it. He got it. And then they just back it off and glide it right in beautifully. I'm jealous. Even though the storm killed our wind, we still had a great time. Just getting out on the Chesapeake Bay alone was worth it. It's something you have to do when you're in Annapolis. Up next on RTM, I travel back in time to see how this famous person has ties with Annapolis. Welcome back. I know it's time for our famous person segment. Who is it? Well, no other than General George Washington, first president of the United States. Before I go into the Maryland State House, I changed into some period garb to look the part. That's where I met up with Julie to figure out what General George Washington's tie-in is with Annapolis.
So, Squire.
Yes.
I am indentured servant. You are dressed like a dandy with all this lace on your sleeves, on your ascot, fine fabric. Where did you get your attire?
Well, first of all, Julie, I can't even keep up with all that colonial lingo, but thank you, I think. I'd like to thank the Annapolis Opera for my garb. What about yours, your indentured servant outfit?
Watermark.
Ooh, so now I guess I'm at the point where I have to go cap out, hat down, good day.
Good day, Squire.
Do I go good day, me lady?
No, I'm not a lady. I'm a wench. That means I work for a living.
Ooh. Why do we have General George Washington between us? I always associate him Valley Forge, Mount Vernon. Why in Annapolis?
Well, he accepted the commission to be the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. And when you're an officer, you have to go through a formal process to resign your commission. It's actually a piece of paper. So he comes here to meet with Congress December 23rd to actually turn that piece of paper back into the Congress.
I'm standing here. It's echoey, it's reverb. There's no lights, there's not an outlet on the wall. Why is that?
That's because this room has been restored to look the way it did in 1783 when George Washington walked in to resign his commission. 21 representatives of the 13 states, about 200 men total standing here.
Now, pretty tall man for the time.
About 6'3".
6'3", I'm 6'3". If I take my hat off,
Yes?
I'm basically the size of General George.
Yes.
How would I do back in colonial times? Was this popular with the ladies?
Oh, yes. But your calf muscle was where it was at. They didn't look at biceps and triceps. It was the calf muscle.
So
You'd put your best foot forward and flex your calf muscle.
So I just,
That's
like,
what
tighten
ladies
it?
looked at, yes. No padding in that calf muscle. Men did pad their calves and their midsection sometimes.
Hey, Julie, we're gonna see some other spots here in the State House?
Yes.
Now,
yes.
I heard about one of the documents that's perhaps the second, third, fourth, fifth.
Fourth
And-
most important document in the United States history.
And what would that document be?
It's a surprise. Come find out.
All right, let's check it out.
This is the resignation speech that George Washington wrote when he arrived here in Annapolis. He's getting ready to give his commission back to the Congress. And if you notice, there's lots of crossouts. This is his copy, the copy that he wrote out. Nice to know the father of our country made crossouts and correction. What's interesting about this is in this, he uses a word, big word, diffidence, means self-doubt. The father of our country doubted whether he could beat the British, the greatest military might on the earth at that point in time.
Our own president. had self-doubt. And that's
Yes.
a part of history that you don't often hear. I never heard of it.
Our commander-in-chief, yes.
What was
it
that word again?
Diffidence.
Diffidence. And it
Yes.
means self-doubt.
Yes.
Oh, all right, I got to put that one in the Kessler vocabulary now. I think I will. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, people, get out there and hit the open road, whether it be planned or unplanned. So until next time, rock on, people, and God bless America.